Our Guru Maharaj used to tell a story. That one time there was a king, and he had a prime minister. And this prime minister was a very, very great devotee of Lord Krishna. So whenever anything happened in the king's life, the minister would always give him the same analysis, that this is Krishna's mercy. Just remember Krishna. For every situation, he would just tell him that. So one time, the king, he was out and he was hunting or something, and somehow or other, he cut off his finger by accident. So the king was very angry, very upset. And he came to his minister and said, "Why? Why did this happen to me? I'm such a pious king. What did I do wrong?" And the minister said, "Because it is Krishna's mercy." The king said, "What kind of nonsense is this? Krishna's mercy. My finger get cut off? This is blasphemy. You're saying this is the will of God? You go to jail." So he put the prime minister in jail. The prime minister went to jail and was thinking, this is also Krishna's mercy. He installed another person who was always envious of this other minister. He made him the prime minister in his place. And they went out hunting again. And when they were in a hunting expedition, somehow or other the king and his prime minister, they went out some ways away from others, and a band of dacoits captured them. And they were worshippers of Kali Mata. And they wanted to perform a human sacrifice. So they took the king, and they decided, this will be very pleasing to Kali to offer a king to her. So they gave him a ceremonial bath, and they decorated him with all nice garlands and all nice silken clothes. And then they put nice sandalwood pulp on him. And then they took him before the goddess Kali and put his head on the chopping block. And there was a man there with a big axe, and he was ready to cut off his head. And the king was trembling in fear. But then the high priest, he noticed that half of his thumb was cut off. He said, we cannot offer this man. He is imperfect. Only a perfect man, only a whole human being can be offered to Kali. He is not a whole. He has something missing, half of his thumb. So therefore release him. But then they took his prime minister. He had all his fingers. The priest said, he is a good man. So they put him on the chopping block and cut off his head. He was dead. So the king was released. So the king was thinking, my minister was right. It was Krishna's mercy that my thumb was cut off. Because if my thumb was not cut off, my head would have been cut off. So great mercy. So he went back to the minister, and he just went to the jail cell and offered his dandavats, and I'm very sorry, you were correct. It was Krishna's mercy. Otherwise I would have been killed. Please come back and be my prime minister. So he came back. But then the king asked the prime minister, but I have one question about this mercy of Krishna you're talking about. Yes, I can understand how it was mercy to me that this thumb cutting off saved my life. Krishna knows past, present, and future. But why did Krishna allow me to treat you so unfairly to put you in jail? And the minister said, that was really Krishna's mercy. Because if I was with you, I would have gotten my head cut off. So in this way, a devotee has complete faith that whatever comes into our life, really and truly, it is the absolute best thing possible for our own Krishna consciousness. If we are sincere, we should know whatever situation we are in is the perfect arrangement of God for us to become pure in our devotional service. If we simply are sincere, if we simply deal with each situation according to the instructions of Guru and the Vaishnavas, to never act independently. So a devotee with this faith, he earnestly waits for the causeless mercy of the Lord upon him. A devotee never complains. Why is this happening to me? Complaining means to be ungrateful. A devotee glorifies God in every situation of life and thanks God for every moment of life, however it may appear. Because factually, if you're not willing to receive with a grateful heart the mercy that comes in the form of suffering and pain, then you will not be able, you will be unable to receive this mercy of the Lord when it comes in joy.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on thesacredconnect.com.